just starting in 2 minutes. We are just waiting for people to join. So I would like to introduce Abhishek Sharma. Abhishek Sharma is the DGM in Paytm Payments team, and he sees the product management aspect of the product of our product, and he has been there in Paytm for last few years, and has a very instrumental role in creating the Paytm Payments product. So with that, I would like to give it to Abhishek, and Tejas has also joined. So Tejas is AGM in Paytm Payments team, and he is also a product manager and has a very instrumental role in Paytm Payments product. So over to Abhishek.
Hi, thank you, Saurabh, for the introduction. Hi, everyone. Good to connect with you. Uh, so basically, because today's topic is to talk about how can online payments or digital payments help in growing the businesses for education category and education sector of merchant partners. We sort of thought of maybe talking about certain aspects of when it comes to education related business, what kind of challenges we currently feel when it comes to payment acceptance, उनको solve करने के what kind of ways and means are we trying to look to adapt, and what can Paytm Payment Gateway or Paytm bring to the table to sort of solve all of these problems for us. Okay, so for that we will start by sort of sharing a presentation. We'll go over that, and then we will sort of cover questions as and when you share. Okay, so maybe Tejas, are you sharing your presentation?
Yeah, just 1 second. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you. I cannot see your photo, but we can hear you.
Okay, just 1 second. I'll try to cast. How do you?
Maybe I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, I got the screen share option. Just you can also do that. Yeah.
I've been able to. You guys are able to see my screen, right?
So over to Abhishek and Tejas.
Sure. So
okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tejas.
Yeah. So before dwelling into all of this, I think a little bit background about myself is that I have been working in the payments as a payments product manager for last 2 years, and I've been working in Paytm for last.
Your video, Abhishek, can you see Tejas's video?
No, there is some problem. Give me some time. The moment I'll switch it on. Give me some time. Yeah. So I think I've been working in Paytm for past 5 years. In payments product, I focus on card payments and refunds. And to be honest, 5 years from a Paytm standpoint has typically is a very large tenure. The reason why we've been able to or I have been able to do this is because the payment space across India has been evolving a lot. We've interacted with multiple learned audiences like yours and various industry experts, and over the time of past 2.5 years, we've built a very solid and a robust Paytm payments platform, which we will walk you through in next couple of minutes. Specifically designed for the educational sector. Education, it's no big brainer that education is a very big sector in India. Typically, it contributes roughly to a little over 5% of our GDP. We have over 40,000 colleges and over 1 lakh schools and institutes. And this typically also shows you, the type of concentration of educational educational sector there is, which essentially means that, you know, a lot of students or a lot of children goes through the primary education but are not able to kind of avail the higher education that is out there. Uh, uh, Education as I mean, education as a sector, to be honest, has not been very tech savvy or uh, uh, digitally savvy, and this can be seen from the fact that till date, even after COVID, two-thirds of institutes till date do not accept any digital form of payment modes. I remember, you know, during my time in school, my parents used to either give me a check or cash to go and deposit the fees in the school, and a lot of this still happens till date. A little less in probably cities like Delhi, Bangalore, but apart from that, you know, it is still majoritarily there. I think in past 5 years, if you would have seen, there is a huge surge in the education tech startups that have come up, and in fact, we've had some unicorns also come into this area. So that's been a big explosion, and after this whole COVID pandemic has planned out, what we also see is significant jump and evolution in this particular sector. So, so I think it's a very exciting space, and we would kind of give you a small background of what we've done till date, how we can help you digitize or be much better ready in this digitization process.
Absolutely. So moving on, and taking it from there, we would sort of want to first highlight you the kind of challenges or scenarios which education as a sector has seen historically, and when it comes to accepting payments from your customers. Because see, one important thing to sort of understand or realize at this point of time is that uh, a business who is into education sector could be schools, colleges, institutions, coaching institutions, right, or e-learning startups for that matter. You have students who are your customers who you need to receive payments from, or even their parents or guardians who would be making those payments. So the segment of the customers who are making payments is actually varying in nature. You have very young students as well who are sort of very are very tech savvy when it comes to adopting technologies, as well as parents for students who make a lot of payments for them. और उनके लिए ये basically understanding they would have some traditional methods to pay, cash या check. काफी traditional methods होते हैं for the parents to make those payments, right? So we've sort of यहाँ पे what you can see in this slide is the different type of scenarios which exist when it comes to when we talk about education sector, and the fees, different kind of payments use cases which are associated. For example, we've sort of divided into 6 parts. One, so if you talk about fees, which could be school fees or college fees, right? You often hear about issues with regards to fee payments. For example, college fees typically are very high in size, right? 50,000 and above की बात कर रहे होते हैं for colleges, and that amount requires a significant amount to be transferred, correct? So and so is the case with school fees as well, where the amount ticket size of the payments are very high. And when you are doing those payments, typically historically what you would have seen, the most common ways are या तो either you give cash, you deposit, or you deposit check or a demand draft, right? कुछ institutions for example challans भी use करते हैं, right? So where you have to physically visit a bank branch and deposit, right? So we all have done that. I remember my days where I used to sort of stand in a long line of on the bank branch and making sure कि यार मेरा check deposit हो जाए, और and it is important that it gets deposited before the joining date or the cutoff date which any university or school puts in, right? To make sure that my admission is secured, correct? So those have been kind of problems which have been very specific to education sector when it comes to making payments, fee payments. When you talk about school fees, for example, because school fees are periodic, आपका payment every quarterly, every 3 months, 6 month हो रहा होता है. You need to realize that you are reminded by either the school or your, sometimes even for some cases your child reminds you that the fee payment is pending, or you have to make sure that you remember that what is the time I have to make those fee payments. So all of that are essentially challenges. You have to make sure that you are on top of क्या क्या fees आपके pending है, right? ऐसे ही admission forms भी, for example, is something similar. I just covered in the form of the fact that admission forms in India have, if you realize, have been sold in offline stores, right? You go buy forms, फिर you sort of fill them up, उसके साथ आप एक check attach करते हो, फिर deposit करते हो. So these have been some of the cases where there is a lot of paperwork involved when it comes to form का fee payment या school की fee या college की fee payment, etc. And from those days, if we talk about uh, some recent times associated with education as a business, so you have seen growth of a lot of education startups where which focus on e-learning, or which focus on factors which help you in defining your, you can download their app and maybe make sure that you can sort of connect with all your syllabus and curriculum remotely. This is obviously very relevant to the current times as well. So they have been an important factor in this sector. And there, because everything is digital, the need of collecting digital payments is very essential. So all this is one of the other journey which is happening as we talk about, right? And talking about other use cases in education sector, for example, you would have other use cases like vendor payments, right? तो बहुत सारे colleges, universities को अपने vendors को भी payment करना पड़ता है, और even coaching institutes, for example, digital classes have to make payments to vendors from where they are arranging a lot of books, curriculum, furniture, infrastructure, other aspects, etc. Right? And lastly, you talk about unorganized tuitions, where sort of you set up your tuition, आपने कुछ लोगों के साथ, बच्चों के साथ इकट्ठा करा हुआ, and then you're teaching them, and you have to sort of collect payments from them, right? And a lot of that is again cash right now. So as you realize, one thing which is common in all of this aspect is the fact that how cash heavy, how paper heavy the entire money movement chain is, starting from college fees, school fees, to even unorganized tuitions, admission forms, or for that matter, education startups as well, right? So the idea is that how do we solve for them? What kind of products, what kind of online payments are tailor-made for solving these scenarios or these problems which are specific to education sector and no other sector, right? So we will talk about certain solutions, which is the next part of this PPT, and we will talk about solutions in terms of different payment methods or payment sources which we have introduced to solve these problems. One of which is IMPS, NEFT, and RTGS as pay mode. So over to you, Tejas, to give us a walkthrough on what this is.
Thank you, Abhishek. I mean, historically, you know, when I first received my admission letter, I was pretty excited. I kind of went with my parents, filled out. So I actually had to get a demand draft made. It was a very unique process. Unfortunately, by mistake, the name which I communicated to be printed on demand draft and the name that was actually printed on demand draft did not match. Later, to my horror, I kind of also understood that, you know, if the demand draft is not made to the correct name, it just goes wasted, and hence had to do this process again. First year, first semester, it was not at all a challenge. I kind of liked it, but when I had to do it 7 times again, it was a nightmare exercise for me. And basically this is what, you know, what we've done is we've tried to kind of give you a similar feel. So I mean, typically you would see it's clearly highlighted that, you know, for 5,000 rupees you have to get a demand draft created, which essentially is not the way to go. Hence what we went ahead and did was we kind of replaced it with a alternate new solution. And hence, instead of printing this, institutes can go ahead and directly print an account number, IFSC code, beneficiary name. Now you would say, what is so unique about it? And this could be done at any point of time. So I mean, to be honest, that was not the case. Uh, this account number, if you see, is kind of specific to a particular user. It is not generic in nature, because if you give a generic link, right? If I give you an account number of the institute, and if all the students kind of push the money into that particular account number, institutes would never be able to understand that who has actually paid the money. So here the account number kind of explicitly belongs to you. So you see my roll number printed here, and it also has my it also has my initials. IFSC code, beneficiary name kind of belongs to the bank and the account holder. I then simply take these details, and instead of going to the bank and getting a demand draft created, I go to I go to the HDFC Bank, and then simply register this particular account number and do the payment. So Abhishek, can you just play this video so that we can?
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah. Just a second. It's taking a while to play this. Would you sort of? Yeah, I think you should be able to see now.
Yeah, it's playing.
Okay.
Throughput is very slow, but I'll just walk you through the process. I just clicked on pay. I selected money transfer. In this money transfer, I have all the list of payees already registered. I just selected the 197 Communications IITK 2012. I selected it. I entered the amount that I was supposed to pay. In this case, let's say 5,000, and in my example, just one. Just entered that I'm paying college fees. This is again not required, but because this is mandatory on HDFC's app, that's why I had to do it. Accepted terms and conditions. There was a simple authentication process that was required over and above it. Authentication was done immediately, and the moment I pressed continue, the payment was done. It was now basically the entire payment process has become this simple. So instead of going into the line, standing, getting a demand draft created, what you did was we created personalized account number, and against this personalized account number, you were able to deposit the money back. But obviously, like you would kind of I mean, the whole problem is that how does IIT Kanpur go and create 4,000 accounts on 4,000, at least 1,000 accounts on an yearly basis? That's typically not possible. So what we gelled it along with, we gelled it along with a solution called virtual account number. So Abhishek, can you help with, yeah, so virtual account number. So typically what virtual account numbers are, are virtual accounts that sit over an actual account. So here, if you see, Paytm's account is in the center, which is the actual physical account. And what we create are multiple virtual accounts over this physical account. Now, this virtual account, that is IBAN 1 and IBAN 2, IBAN 3, IBAN 4, these accounts are created by the merchant because they have the student details. And then these accounts are distributed to each student. So for example, if me and Abhishek were a student in the institute, he would get, let's say, IBAN 1 and I would get IBAN 2. Now, tomorrow, both of us would go to our respective internet banking portals, enter this particular bank account details like we normally do, and transfer the money. Assuming there's a mistake that, you know, let's assume that Abhishek transferred 5, I transferred 3. Both of this money, because these are virtual in nature, it directly goes into the Paytm. It goes into Paytm's account, and then on the next day, Paytm settles the entire account to the merchant. Additionally, since Paytm knows that the money came in virtual in account ID IBAN 1, it belongs to Abhishek, versus because the money was collected in IBAN 2, they know that the money was collected from Tejas. All of this information again is pushed to the merchant. So if you see a typical reconciliation report, our reconciliation report clearly shows that this is the transaction ID, the amount, the VAN ID, which is nothing but the virtual account number, different for Tejas, Abhishek, and Saurabh. We have our roll numbers here because during the at the time of creation of virtual accounts, row number, name, and class passed by IIT Kanpur, and we were able to get our individual accounts made. Um, so let me just kind of give you an alternate process. So let us, even if we take the most simplistic view wherein we don't go through that demand draft, let us assume that I wrote a check to IIT Kanpur. IIT Kanpur tomorrow gets a check, not just from me, but from 1,000 other, in fact, 4,000 other students. They take this check, go and deposit this check, which again is a big mammoth exercise of depositing this check into their in their bank. These checks get credited one after the other. Uh, I mean, over the course of next 7 days, they realize that they are getting the money. Next day, when let's say they get influx of 10 lakh rupees, they now need to understand that which are the checks from which the payment has been received. Then they kind of mark that the payment for that particular student has been received or not. So while, I mean, even as a even while narrating it, you can understand the extent of difficulty that an account department goes through of an educational institute. And typically that's why if you go to large colleges, large schools, you would see a significant, I mean, an extremely large account department there, just being engaged in this sort of manual activity that has been completely eradicated by this process.
Absolutely, absolutely, and this makes a lot of sense for education as a sector in particular as well. If you sort of identify relating to these kind of collections, right? So moving on from this product solution to, maybe we'll talk about another solution which we had in mind specific to merchant partners who essentially deal in all of those education use cases you just talked about. One important thing in order to talk about our next product, which is payment links and payment pages, for example, and how does it simplify payment collections and reconciliation, is the fact that if you realize a lot of business partners, especially in education category, do not have a website or an app, right? आप एक छोटा सा coaching institution भी अगर चला रहे हो, let's say, because my mother, I remember, used to sort of in the afternoon used to do classes for students, right? And we used to do it on our home colony के लोगों को बुला के. तो you realize that that's the word of mouth which we used to have. How we go about in collecting payments is something which would be a problem my mother would used to have. हर महीने she used to make sure कि उनके parents जिनसे हमारे अच्छे relations थे, we have to reach them and ask them to deposit or make payments, etc. Right? So how does payment link solve this problem is in a very beautiful way, that as a merchant, it allows you to share just a very small smart link to whoever it is you want to collect payments from by virtue of an SMS, WhatsApp, or email, or any other social media tool where you want to share these links, and your customers can simply click on the links to make payments, right? The good thing is that you can sort of even customize your links as per the need to make sure कि आप वो बता पाओ कि what kind of a payment are you receiving from. So, for example, receiving payments without online presence is what this product helps to sort this problem for all our partners in the form of SMS, email, chat. I just talked about. You get access to all payment sources, which is you can collect either from UPI or cards, wallet, NEFT, RTGS, as Tejas has talked about. You can set payment reminders. अगर आपका recurring collection है, because you give repeated tuitions, for example, then you can set reminders, and your customers would get reminders that hey, you need to make this payment by a certain date, correct? So you can basically use this reminder to collect recurring payments. If you want the customer to just authorize once, और फिर आपका payment collection recurring level पे होने लग जाए, तो that is also possible. You can customize your templates in terms of to show that what kind of business details you want to show it to them. And you can also define what kind of fund settlement you want, whether you wanted real time money in your bank account or at your on same day as per your need or on next day T+1, right? And customize it with what kind of reports you need for easy reconciliation. What I just talked about, I'll just show you in the form of uh, a video here. If it plays, hopefully it should, in terms of how does the payment experience look like, and maybe use that to talk about to give more understanding of what I'm talking about. So see, this is the link which you just saw as as a merchant I have sent to the customer. You as a customer have to sort of click on the link, which opens this page for you. Okay, so because I have customized this template, you can see that I could as a merchant I could define what kind of details I have to show it here. तो मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है कि because मुझे tuition fee collect करनी है, मैंने स्टूडेंट रोल नंबर डाला हुआ है, आपका नाम के लिए एंट्री डाली हुई है, so that you can clearly as a customer or a student अपनी detail I as a merchant can recognize who has made this payment to me, right? So going on, you enter your roll number, you enter your name, and you can simply proceed to make payment of the amount which you need to, whichever is the amount you wanted to make payment for. Let me see if I can complete this video. I think it should be able to. Yeah. So you enter your roll number, you enter your name, and you go ahead with making a payment as a customer, right? These are the payment options which you see, and you can sort of select any one of them and complete your payment. Right, so this is what I'm talking about. So this product largely helps in solving the traditional methods of receiving payments, where you need to reach out to your customers for collecting cash to maybe now switch them to send a payment link, and your customers would be even more comfortable in making those payments because they can make a payment without having to transact using any cash or check or any other method. Simply use UPI, cards, wallet, any payment method or instrument which you are comfortable using, net banking, for example, and complete this payment in a matter of few clicks, correct? So that's what payment links and payment pages basically help you in doing. We call them payment pages because as a merchant, you can also customize your the appearance of your link to be in the way you want it to, right? So that's why this product is very tailor-made, in my opinion, for people who are running these small tuition classes, coaching institutes, or even collecting payments for school fees or university fees or other segments. Like you need to pay your mess bill, right? So maybe get those links generated, send it to your customers, students or their parents, and ask them to simply make those payments from. Okay, so we will go onwards to talk about, and then sort of quickly talk about one more product which essentially helps in covering most of the aspects which we wanted to just talk about. So which would be merchant dashboard. So as I was talking about that, along with all of these products, links, pages, the other payment methods which we talk about, as a merchant, we the dashboard or a Paytm merchant dashboard, which we sort of refer it from a Paytm's point of view, helps in reconciling all of these payments which you are receiving, right? So you can either see, view, download transaction reports, you can get analytical insights, and even sort of see very clearly that who is making those payments. So payment receiving is part one. Reconciling it effectively to realize who has made you this payment is part two. So all of these products combined with the dashboard helps merchant partners do this exercise very effectively and very easily, is what our take is. Okay. So mostly these were the products which we wanted to talk about. I'll stop my screen and sort of over to you.
Thanks, Abhishek. So I came to learn a lot of things today. So in fact, we have such beautiful products which can help the education sector. So I would like to now ask a few questions so that people can get some more details about these products. So say education is also like a business. So as a business, what kind of payment products would help in boosting the customer conversion? So obviously there is one segment of college where everybody wants to pay, and especially if you are a renowned college, obviously people would like Tejas was sharing, people would go to the bank branch, and I also remember कि जब कॉलेज के लिए फीस जमा करानी होती है तो पेरेंट्स सब कुछ छोड़ के उस दिन पूरा दिन बच्चे के साथ लगे रहते हैं. But I feel कि there are also a lot of other kinds of businesses, especially edtech businesses are there these days. Also there are schools, there are tuition classes. So what kind of payment products do we have for these? Obviously we have the normal payment gateway, but if you can tell more about subscriptions, UPI and other things, it would be great for the businesses.
Certainly, certainly. So, I mean, as a merchant, whether you are from the education sector or category or from any other category, I mean, this is one of the very common questions here. How do I make sure that my customer is able to complete his payment, his or her payment? That is the important aspect, right? अगर वो payment complete नहीं कर पा रहा है, then all our efforts are actually going into vain. So it is important to choose the right product, and that is dependent on what kind of a business you are set up and what kind of what is the way you are essentially offering your services to customers. So हम ना इस particular section को 3 parts में usually divide करते हैं, which is that whether you have a website, are you tech savvy to or you have been creating a website where you are listing your products, or you are, for example, listing maybe asking customers or students to enroll from your website, right? So, or whether you have an app, or the third option is whether you do not have either a website or an app, right? So these are the 3 segments which we usually divide the product solutions on, and depending on where you are strong, where your strongest suit is, then the right product solution works for them. So merchant who has a website, I mean, we essentially talk about that, hey, accepting payments via our JS checkout kind of a product, wherein you have a plug and play integration. It's simple line of code, just integrate it on your website and start accepting payments immediately. Works the best in terms of boosting customer conversions. Customers who are on app, for instance, uh, uh, we offer them our SDK product and our app invoke SDK product, जहाँ से वो अपनी app invoke करा के Paytm app के through payment कर सकता है, and the success rates or conversions are the highest which we have seen on that particular product. Customers who have neither can use the payment links and payment pages which we just talked about to define a payment page quickly. अपना dashboard पे जाके बनाया, and then you can share it to any of the customers, right? And the beauty is, in order to make sure that the conversions are the highest, or they essentially are where we want them to be, having these funding sources is the key, as you just talked about, right? That how about UPI cards, recurring collection help in boosting those conversions? So that's the thing, that when you have payment methods like UPI for a customer to make payment for the payment, because the payment experience is very superior. You have already linked your bank account on any of your UPI PSP app, Paytm being one of the ones. You can simply select those bank accounts, enter your MPIN, and make a conversion, make a payment quickly and seamlessly. Recurring payments even further helps, for example, in boosting the conversions, because you don't have to make a payment every time as a customer, right? आपने एक बार ऑथराइज कर दिया कि यार मेरा ना, आई नो कि मेरी हर महीने मुझे अपनी कोचिंग फी पे करनी है, तो जब मुझे पता है that the coaching fee is fixed for every month and I have to pay it for the 1 year because I'm preparing for IIT JEE, for example, so I can set a recurring collection. और आप एज अ कस्टमर मैंने ऑथराइज कर लिया है, तो एवरी मंथ द अमाउंट वुड बी ऑटोमेटिकली डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम एनी ऑफ योर पेमेंट मेथड ऑफ योर चॉइस, whether it is UPI, whether it is cards, whether it is even bank account for that matter, right? So have we Paytm also offers all of these products anyways, but the idea is that having these products as an array along with the API SDK solutions, which we talked about for website and app based merchants, and links for merchants who do not have a website or app, combining all of these efforts is something which we feel helps in boosting the customer conversions to the highest which they can observe in the industry.
As a follow-on question, I would like to ask that do we require technical skills for integrating this? Do I require some, as a business, do I require some technical person, or like many of the products can be just done using panel without any technical knowledge?
You don't, and यही उस पे point है कि अगर आपके पास technical skills हैं तो आपके पास there are certain range of product solutions which you can choose from. If you do not have technical skills and you don't want any coding level effort, then even that is also not a problem, because then you can simply use a dashboard or a panel to create products, और वहाँ पे जाके आप अपना सीधे details डालें आपको, और आप वहाँ से अपने पेमेंट्स कस्टमर से पेमेंट्स रिसीव कर सकते हैं बाय द फैक्टर ऑफ पेमेंट लिंक्स, और इवन बाय शेयरिंग QR code फॉर एग्जांपल. You don't need any technology intervention there, right? So if you are absolutely not comfortable with technology, still want to accept digital payments, there are a lot of products which are on offer which can help you in doing that. Some of those examples being paid payment links and QR code, which we just covered in this PPT. I think that is really the answer.
My next question is that as a merchant, how can I address issues faced by customers during payments like timeouts, confirmation pending, incomplete payments? So does Paytm provide any mechanism for these kind of practical issues which arise in day-to-day payments?
Yeah, so I think I mean, and I will give you a very an example of the educational sector itself. So typically when you buy admission forms, right? Typically admission forms, let's say, would be available from the period of, let's say, 1st Feb to 31st March. But what we have observed that most of the traffic comes on 31st March itself. Now this becomes a great challenge for us, because a lot of transactions are happening real time, and there is a cutoff that has been there is a cutoff that has been set by the institutes. Now, because such cutoffs have been set, if a transaction goes in pending state, it kind of hampers the chances of a student to get the admission form, which means a lot to him. So typically, how Paytm has kind of solved it is, we have given this control to the merchant. That merchant today can say that he can set up an order timeout, which essentially means that if you want the order to be terminated within 10 minutes, we'll configure that for you. And the moment 10 minutes happen, in case the payment is in pending state, we will directly fail the payment and give you a response back stating that the payment has been failed, which essentially would allow the customer to retry that transaction. On the back end, let's say if the payment actually became successful, at that same point of time, we would initiate a refund. And because refunds has been initiated on the same calendar day, it is received by the customer within that day, or at max one day extra. So this is how we solve for this. I mean, to be honest, there are no cases wherein after timeout we do not raise the refund. It's a very foolproof system, and often merchants like this system a lot.
Abhishek, would you like to add anything here?
I think that's the main idea, that when it comes to digital payments, because at the end of the day, while you're not the merchant does not need to be technologically advanced to accept digital payments, but at the back end, it is all technology which is happening, right? So a lot of system foolproofing needs to be built in to make sure that, yeah, if a customer is trying to make payment, how do you make sure that you solve for cases like timeouts, bank connectivity, etc. So instant refund, for example, is a product which we sort of also offer, which helps in doing this, to make sure बिकॉज सी ऐसे रिलेट करते हैं, let's let's say today was the last cutoff date for applying for any particular course, and that has a high ticket size of 50-60,000, and if you have made a payment which is not confirmed on the educational portal's website, right, you are then in a very spot of bother, right? आप relate करना चाहते हो कि यार ये payment गई है कि नहीं गई है, how do I make sure? And it has happened with most of us. Has happened with me many times. So important for the payment gateway partner and those payment aggregators who help in accepting these digital payments to handle these edge cases or scenarios better by making sure that they are able to work with the banks to confirm the payment status as quickly as possible. So we employ a lot of optimizations in the technology system at our end to make sure कि यार हम आपके बैंक से जितना ज़्यादा बार पूछ सकते हैं to get a confirmed status, we try that. If we get a confirmation that the payment is failed, then we make sure that if there is any money which was deducted, it is automatically refunded by the banks. And a lot of banking institutions in this country as well have also evolved with this need, because this is a very growing problem for customers to be more attentive towards these issues. And these are some of the other points, in addition to what Tejas just talked about very well, to how we can sort of address these issues and make sure that these are absolutely zero in terms of observance when it comes to these kind of scenarios.
So I would like to ask audience to share any questions they have. So I have one or two questions left. After that, if the audience wants, we can ask their question. So my next question is, ये बड़ा interesting thought है, ये हुआ है मेरे साथ भी. तो I went to a college and then there some student told me कि सर जो ऊबर वाला है ना वो सुबह पेटीएम नहीं लेता है एंड वो 11 बजे के बाद पेटीएम लेता है. तो मैंने कहा 11 बजे के बाद क्या मुहूर्त होता है? तो व्हाट ही सेड वाज कि सर वो बोनी करते हुए उसको, एंड ये साउथ इंडिया का था, हम नॉर्थ इंडिया में बोनी कहते हैं, बट जो भी कहते हैं वहाँ पर, तो ही सेड कि सर वो बोनी करने के लिए उसको ये होता है कि सुबह कैश मिलना चाहिए, फिर 11 बजे के बाद कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता पेमेंट ऑनलाइन आए या कैसे भी आए. तो व्हाट आई रियलाइज वाज ऑब्वियसली वो साइकोलॉजिकल इंस्टेंट सेटलमेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड, बिकॉज जब तक वो बैंक अकाउंट में पैसे नहीं आते या हाथ में पैसे नहीं आते, पीपल फील कि अभी तो पेटीएम को पैसे मिले हैं, मुझे थोड़ी ना मिले हैं पैसे. तो पीपल हैव दैट एप्रीहेंशन. तो एक तो इफ यू कैन टेल कि वेदर वी कैन गेट मनी इंस्टेंटली इन द अकाउंट ऑफ द एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन, या फिर वही उसके साथ होता है कि जनरली I have seen many people have T+1 settlement or more than T+1 settlement. So if you can tell about this.
Yeah, certainly. In fact, a lot of ये जैसे आपने बोला वैसे ही similar reasons, a lot of people talk about कि यार हम actually digital payments क्यों नहीं लेते, हम cash को prefer करते हैं, because instant realization of money है. अगर किसी ने कैश दिया तो you get cash in your hand, right? So वो kind of जो perception है, वो लोग कहते हैं यार आप डिजिटल पेमेंट नहीं लेते, नहीं, क्योंकि वो उसका मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में पैसा तो नेक्स्ट डे आएगा, एंड नेक्स्ट डे इज नेक्स्ट डे, राइट? आपने पेमेंट आज ले लिया, बट बिकॉज द सेटलमेंट इज हैपनिंग नेक्स्ट डे, यू डोंट गेट दैट वाओ फीलिंग व्हिच यू आर सपोज्ड टू गेट बाय एक्सेप्टिंग डिजिटल पेमेंट. सो उसी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए यार वी रियलाइज दैट हे नेक्स्ट डे सेटलमेंट पे तो एक चीज समझ में आती है दैट यू गिव व्हिच इज अ बाय डिफॉल्ट प्रोडक्ट. हाउ अबाउट वी ऑफर समथिंग कॉल्ड एज रियल टाइम सेटलमेंट? And that's where, I mean, product solutions have been built across, and we in Paytm have built those solutions which can also allow merchants to maybe take the money instantly in their bank account, which would mean कि जैसे ही payment complete हो, आप उसका पैसा आपके bank account में settle हो गया at a real time transaction level basis. You can either choose to get this money real time in your bank account right after the transaction, or you can decide ki maybe I would want this money couple of times a day, 3 times a day or 4 times a day, or whenever I need it, right? So there are multiple variants with which we offer this product with that intention to making sure that hey, these merchants are able to get the money the way they want to, which could be either real time right after transaction or multiple times a day, which is same day settlement for that matter. And if नहीं तो T+1 वाला by default तो है ही, तो वो बाय डिफॉल्ट ना कन्वेंशनल है, बट दीज आर द प्रोडक्ट्स व्हिच कैन हेल्प इन रियली सॉल्विंग फॉर दोज केसेस, जैसे जो आपने एग्जांपल बताया कि वो 11 बजे के बाद ही लेना चाहता है, या जो मुझे एग्जांपल्स दिखते हैं So I think these products specifically address the problem which these merchant partners face, whether it is in education sector or in general.
So my next question is, see, sometimes educational institutions have foreign uh, students. Also, most of the edtech clients obviously have a global customer base. So, is it possible to accept international payments? The basically the merchant is Indian and the payment source is international. Is it possible?
Yes, so certainly the idea is that because this question is actually very relevant from an educational point of view. The reason because of the reason you talked about, because a lot of people do pay from abroad to institutions in India, etc. So, ਉਸ point of view, say the answer is yes. International customers can make payments using the payment methods which are known to them, right? So whether it is in whether it's their cards or bank accounts, etc. Merchants can accept payments. A thing to note about international payments is the fact that, hey, international payments also require a certain degree of experience. That the experience of payments for those customers who are outside India is slightly different from what we see here in India, right? वहाँ पे जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल OTP नहीं डालना होता आपको कार्ड्स ट्रांजैक्शंस के लिए, तो वो सारे जितने वेरिएंट हैं, दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्रोडक्ट. पेटीएम as a payment gateway also supports acceptance of international payments for its merchant partners, for its education category of merchant partners, with the same reason, so that it allows these customers, or it enables merchants to accept payments from any part of the world, not just India.
So I have received one question from Prapun Kumar. So he is asking about online coaching payments. What product does Paytm has? What products does Paytm have for coaching institutes, and how to use them, and what are the prerequisites? So I believe that he is also asking about the legal documentation and some of the technical prerequisites.
Yeah, sure. So I think for online payments, online coaching institutions overall, if because you are if it says that you are online, then if you have a website or an app presence, we recommend a lot of SDK or API based products. For example, we have a Paytm Chase checkout product, which essentially can be integrated directly on your website by a single line of JS code, and you can use that to show all the payment methods on your website itself, if you have a website for that matter, right? So अगर आपके customers are landing onto your website for selecting courses on your coaching institute, वो वहाँ पे ही आप पेमेंट सोर्सेज उन्हें दिखा सकते हैं या पेमेंट मेथड्स, और वो अपनी चॉइस के पेमेंट मेथड से कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं पेमेंट. अगर आपका ऐप है एज अ कोचिंग प्लेटफॉर्म, तो आप हमारे SDKs इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हो, जहाँ जिससे आप plug and play SDKs के थ्रू you can accept payments from again all the payment methods, and that too very seamlessly, right? So um, depending on whether you have a website or an app, we can there are a lot of products to choose from, but specifically if you ask me, these two products would be the tailor-made solutions for your use case. When it comes to prerequisites, uh, in terms of getting these products from Paytm or registering on Paytm as a merchant, simple details of your merchant business account are needed. You need to create a business account. You should provide us a bank account जहाँ पे you need a settlement, right? We would need some identity proofs for your business. आप उन्हें upload करें in a DIY fashion, and that's it. You're live for accepting payments through any mode, and we'll start settling funds to your bank accounts right after payment collection. So prerequisites, I would recommend that if you are talking about, if you know of the coaching institute, or if you have your own online coaching website, you should just simply go to the business.paytm.com. Maybe we can put the link here, and explore these array of products which you just talked about, and try it yourself, and hopefully you would love them. And the idea is that you can pick products basis the recommendations which we give, or whatever suits you from that matter, and use them to start accepting payments in a day.
So I would also like to add here. So in Paytm Build for India, we are giving a free payment gateway plan. So पेटीएम का शुरू से ये रहा है, क्योंकि विजय शेखर शर्मा जो हमारे फाउंडर हैं वो काफ़ी मिडिल क्लास बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, तो उनका हमेशा से रहा है कि वी शुड हेल्प दी स्मॉलर बिजनेसेस एज वेल एज स्टार्टअप्स। तो हमने एक ये प्लान शुरू किया है कि 1 लाख रुपए ट्रांजैक्शन वैल्यू फॉर 1 ईयर, 1 लाख रुपीज़ पर मंथ फॉर 12 मंथ्स बेसिकली, तक वी वुड नॉट बी चार्जिंग यू एनी कमीशन। तो अगर आप समझ लीजिए एक कोचिंग बिजनेस है या कोई भी इस टाइप का एडटेक बिजनेस है, ऐप्स बना रहे हैं, गेम बना रहे हैं, तो यू कैन broadly speaking, use the Paytm Build for India plan for startups. We would not be charging any commission till 1 lakh rupees of transaction value a month for first 12 months. So for this getting plan is relatively easy. I am sharing my email address. तो आप मेरा ईमेल एड्रेस पे अपनी सिर्फ स्टार्टअप का या बिजनेस का नाम भेज सकते हैं। तो माय ईमेल एड्रेस इज saurabh3.jain@paytm.com। मैं फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूँ फॉर स्पेशली पीपल हु आर ऑन फेसबुक लाइव, saurabh3 SAURABH 3.jain@paytm.com, and you can also write to buildforindia@paytm.com। तो आप इन पे ईमेल भेज सकते हैं। वी वुड बी हैप्पी टू गिव यू दी फ्री पेमेंट गेटवे प्लान। अगर if you are any business and you want to use this, do write to me। and we also have a full fledged education team। अगर आप बहुत बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी या if you are a big college, you can write to me, I will connect you to the education team। we have a full fledged education team जो even if आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी या कॉलेज ऑफलाइन है या स्कूल आपका थोड़ा ऑफलाइन है, because that has been our experience that many of the schools and colleges are offline, so we have a full fledged team which helps you service that, and we don't require that you are 100% online to accept payment। The third thing which I would like to share would be that we have started a new thing called Paytm mini programs, and I will just like to show you the website of Paytm mini program। So this is a very interesting initiative। Many people used to come to me and they used to say कि सर कुछ तरीका बताइए पेटीएम से टाई अप करनी है, बिकॉज पेटीएम के पास करोड़ों यूजर्स हैं, हाउ कैन वी गेट एक्सेस टू दोस करोड्स ऑफ यूजर्स। तो हमने एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग ये निकाला है पेटीएम मिनी प्रोग्राम्स। आपका आइकॉन पेटीएम पे आ जाएगा अगर आप अपनी मोबाइल वेबसाइट या प्रोग्रेसिव वेब ऐप जो आपकी है, बेसिकली आपकी मोबाइल वेबसाइट आपको चाहिए विच यू कैन इंटीग्रेट विद पेटीएम। इसमें थोड़ा टेक्निकल इंटीग्रेशन चाहिए होती है, इट्स नॉट समथिंग जो नॉन टेक्निकली आप कर सकते हैं, बट अगर आपकी वर्डप्रेस की या किसी भी चीज़ की वेबसाइट है, यू कैन इंटीग्रेट। वी हैव 14 करोड़ यूजर्स, एक्टिव यूजर्स एवरी मंथ। तो आप देखिए पेटीएम पे आपका आइकॉन लगेगा तो ऑब्वियसली 14 करोड़ यूजर्स में से अगर 1% भी मिल जाता है तो आपके बिजनेस को कितना फायदा होता है। एंड यू विल बी इन कंपनी विद दीज बिग ब्रांड्स। तो ये बिग ब्रांड्स हैं, तो एज पार्ट ऑफ पेटीएम बिल्ड फॉर इंडिया आप मुझे लिखिए। मैंने अपना ईमेल एड्रेस आप लोगों को शेयर किया ही है, saurabh3.jain@paytm.com, और पेटीएम का बिल्ड फॉर इंडिया का जो ईमेल एड्रेस है buildforindia@paytm.com। तो आप भी इन ब्रांड्स की तरह अपना मिनी ऐप बना के पेटीएम ऐप के अंदर इंटीग्रेट हो जाएंगे, एंड देन ऑब्वियसली यू विल गेट एक्सेस टू आवर मिलियंस ऑफ यूजर्स। तो ब्रॉडली स्पीकिंग आई वुड से आई वुड लाइक टू recollect whatever we have learned। So Paytm has multiple payment options। Paytm allows you to do net banking, it allows you to accept money from credit card, debit card। Paytm wallet से भी आप पैसे ले सकते हैं। Paytm wallet से obviously और easy हो जाता है because one click payment हो जाती है। UPI is also supported। तो Paytm में आपको benefit ये सारे हैं। दूसरा QR कोड से भी आप पैसे ले सकते हैं, पेमेंट लिंक से भी ले सकते हैं। You can even send the payment link or QR code on WhatsApp। तो आई बिलीव कि पेटीएम हैज़ अ होल बुके ऑफ सर्विसेज जो पेटीएम एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस को भी देती है, एंड बिसाइड्स एजुकेशन ऑब्वियसली एनी अदर इंस्टीट्यूशन कैन टेक। द अदर थिंग इज दैट यू कैन इवन कनेक्ट विद पेटीएम सर्विसेज ऑन वेबसाइट एंड योर ऐप ऑल्सो। तो काफ़ी लोगों का ये क्वेश्चन होता है कि बिकॉज एडटेक इज ऑल अबाउट गेटिंग अ एजुकेशन ऐप, तो इवन इफ यू हैव एन ऐप यू कैन इंटीग्रेट पेटीएम विद इन योर ऐप। तो हमारे पास सारी टाइप की सर्विसेज है। ऐप के अंदर भी आप इंटीग्रेट कर पा रहे हैं, वेबसाइट के अंदर भी कर पा रहे हैं। आप अपनी वेबसाइट पेटीएम के अंदर इंटीग्रेट करके हमारे कस्टमर्स को यूज़ करना चाहें तो उसके लिए मिनी प्रोग्राम्स में आप जा सकते हैं। तो विद दैट आई वुड से कि पेटीएम प्रोवाइड्स यू कंप्लीट सूट ऑफ सर्विसेज फॉर एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस एज वेल एज एडटेक स्टार्टअप, एंड एडटेक इज द हॉटेस्ट राइजिंग सेक्टर राइट नाउ। सो आप ये देखिए बैजूस की कितनी वैल्यूएशन हो गई है अभी रिसेंटली। उसके अलावा आए दिन मैं आपको बताऊं कि कोई ना कोई स्टार्टअप, आई एम इन दी स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम, इन्वेस्टर से बात होती रहती है, तो एडटेक में काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिमांड है। तो व्हाट आई वुड से इज कि आप एजुकेशन के अंदर सॉल्यूशन बनाइए, देयर इज लॉट ऑफ डिमांड एंड थ्रू पेटीएम यू कैन गो आउट टू लॉट ऑफ कस्टमर्स। और ये मैं एक लास्ट एंडिंग नोट आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर वुड बी, जब मैं पहली बार पेटीएम के बारे में विजय ने मेरे को बताया था, 2012 की बात थी, तो उन्होंने मेरे को बताया कि मैं आई वॉज मेकिंग मोबाइल गेम्स। तो मैंने कहा मोबाइल गेम्स में सबसे बड़ा इशू ये है कि 10 रुपये या 50 रुपये किसी यूज़र से लेना, तो कैसे लें। तो ही सेड मैं एक सर्विस बना रहा हूँ पेटीएम नाम की, एंड वो सर्विस वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेगी। एंड दैट वाज इन 2012। तो 8 साल में आप ये देखिए, उस ज़माने में यूज़र से पैसे लेना कितना मुश्किल था, और आज आप ये देखिए सब कुछ ऑनलाइन हो सकता है। एंड जूम के थ्रू अगर आप ये देखो, मैं एक एग्जांपल मैं आपको देता हूँ कि पहले कोचिंग क्लास में भी ये प्रॉब्लम थी कि फिजिकली उस एरिया के बच्चे ही आते थे। तो आप जूम पे पढ़ाना शुरू करिए, अच्छे टीचर होंगे तो आपके पास जूम में 100 आदमी 500 आदमी आराम से आके पढ़ सकते हैं, और पेमेंट पेटीएम से लीजिए। तो आई बिलीव फ्यूचर इज ऑनलाइन। फिजिकली भी आप पढ़ा रहे हैं तो ऑनलाइन आइए, और अगर आप ऑनलाइन बिजनेस हैं तो ऑब्वियसली पेटीएम प्रोवाइड्स कंप्लीट रेंज ऑफ सर्विसेज। So with that, I would like to sign off, and thanks Abhishek, thanks Tejas. Next time we would have a very high profile person speaking in the event. So we are doing a meet the investor series. तो उसके अंदर वी आर कॉलिंग राजन आनंदन, हु इज द एमडी ऑफ सिकोआ। एंड राजन काफ़ी फेमस आदमी है। बिफोर सिकोआ ही वाज हेडिंग गूगल इंडिया फॉर लास्ट मेनी इयर्स, एंड बिफोर दैट वाज हेडिंग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट इंडिया। So next time on the same time, 4 o'clock on Friday, 18th of September, we would have Rajan Anandan, and I would be asking him questions related to payments, especially fintech, जो जितने हमारे sectors हैं, payments हैं, fintech है, education है, इन सब से related, funding से related I would be asking. Also because he was in Google, I would be asking a lot of questions relating to the general internet growth and app sector. So please join us next time. And please do follow us on Paytm for Business YouTube channel, as well as other social media handles of Paytm for Business and Paytm. So signing off. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Abhishek. Thanks, Tejas.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.